Singapore had one called the Flyer. Well, this is Tokyo. It's a massive place. Well, here I am on the train to a local train, and I managed to get my bags down here on the lift with the help of a very kind Japanese businessman who let me use his phone and point me to the right spot. So, great introduction. As you can see, it's not nearly as crowded as I thought it would be at 8:30 on a Friday night. And I've just arrived in Japan with the Bike Friday, and I've met Richard Gregg there, world traveller. Now he's actually got a shirt and tie, so he's and clean shaven.
I was surprised when you said he's been riding a bike for 12
years. Well, that was
in a shirt and tie.
In a previous life.
Previous life, and now he's onto a new life. And Jeff Gilbert, formerly of New York.
Right.
My first introduction getting off the train there was McDonald's on one corner and Denny's on the other, and I thought, come on, come on, come on.
I'm seeing more of that. Farther away you get from the station, the more local flavour you're going to see.
Okay.
It's just to highlight the contrast.
Look at these narrow little streets. So we're walking along here, and there's bicycles zooming backwards and forwards. I've seen quite a few Dahons, small wheel bikes. And Jeff was just saying that it's important to pick where you live.
Well, the logical thing for a home buyer was to live far out on these trunk lines and benefit from the lower real estate. A winter, I had to get my winter coat cleaned because the back of it was covered in lipstick, not from illicit affairs, but from women being pushed onto the train cars by men in white gloves during rush hour.
And they're all small like me, so all the lipsticks that are congregated around the middle of your back.
They were carried off their feet, and not by me, but by the conductor pushing them onto the train.
And when they were pulled off, there was this almighty sort of suction sound.
There's this big smacking sound like mwah! And he got home and said, I can explain this, dear.
Isn't this incredible?
There's actually a farm.
This is Tokyo, the largest metropolitan area in the world, and with still some of the highest real estate prices in the world. And I live in front of a farm, an eggplant
It's a genuine farm.
It is. The tax code in Japan favors farming wherever you, willy-nilly, wherever you're inclined to do it. But you will see rice paddies in the middle of Tokyo.
The authorities, I think, keep certain land for certain usage, and especially things like rice and stuff.
We'll hope McDonald's doesn't come in and get plots to grow their potatoes for their French fries.
Yeah, not too far from the station. Watch this biker.
Look, there's another small wheel bike, and we can see it's a Dahon, I think.
Well, they're like Dahons, but they're not.
What are they?
They're every name you can imagine.
So knockoffs.
I've seen them called Chevrolets.
I've seen one called Friday Bike. I've already embarrassed myself by picking up the tools, the tongs, in the wrong way, but so I'm being shown by the expert, the locals here, right? This is how you do it. See, if it was Chinese, you'd be having half the needles would be draining in the thing, would be bridging the thing, but this is very neat.
Yeah, they slap everything.
Slapping everything.
Flamboyance of China.
That's we're messy, you see. We're messy, we Chinese. This is a tatami room.
That's a very old thing. In the old Japanese houses,
right,
the shopkeepers on the first floor would run the shop, and they live on the second floor, and space was at a premium.
Yes.
So this is all storage in
I
it.
do. I couldn't remember what it was called.
It's from the 19th century.
Wow.
Eggplant farm.
This right in the middle of suburbia here is an eggplant farm. Isn't that wonderful? Well, I've just arrived in Japan, and I'm staying in a suburb of Tokyo called Gotojuki, and there's plenty of bicycles everywhere, which is a very good sign. All sorts of bikes, small wheels, big wheels, very narrow street with a policeman actually making sure everything is in order. And I've just had a fun time trying to find hoisin sauce in that supermarket. I don't know whether it was teriyaki, yakitori or tonkatsu or whatever I bought, but I bought something that vaguely smelt like it. And you're allowed to ride on the footpath here, it seems. So this young man helped me in the supermarket to find hoisin sauce. We got something which was like, I think it's the approximation of it. He said it's actually tonkatsu. And he's even held me up in the street. And oh, there's some more cyclists. To ask his friend, who's Chinese, who speaks Chinese, who writes Chinese, to find out if this is actually hoisin sauce. Isn't that helpful? Isamu here, who is a chef that I ran into, is now trying to find mint for me, and I told him that I couldn't find it, and he said Yes, Japanese meat is small. So no, is that no. This is not.
No.
This is not meant. And we're somehow communicating with sign language here because he speaks more English than I do Japanese. No, I've landed. Isumu says expensive, right? It's takai.
Takai.
Takai means expensive because this is organic, but high quality, good quality.
Good quality.
Oh, this is Isumu, the chef. He's about to ride off to his chefing gig.
Hello.
Yeah?
Spring roll.
What time do you start? 5. Okay, so we're gonna come and eat at your restaurant. Okay? Those kids' bikes look awfully big for them. I think they should be on the small wheel bike, not the mum. And just across the road, this little city farm is being ploughed, hand ploughed. Eggplants, I'm told. It's like a Bike Friday, but it's not.